We are back here once again. Sorry, we're just gonna start over again. Yeah, right here. I'll edit that out. Anyways, welcome back to the interview with Wicked J and myself here on WWE Talk Exit 92 Radio. I've had the awesome privilege to have Wicked J here with us on Exit 92 for the night for at least 30 minutes or so to talk a little bit about his career in ESW. Talk a little bit about what your plans are as far as if you're going to go further with it, and go into become a professional possibly. Anything like that?
And I'm very happy to be here, Nick. Thanks for having me on board. It's great to talk to my fans. It's an honor to be here.
Yeah, no, it's pretty cool, man. Because I reach out to a lot of people, and unfortunately, I never get a reply. I've reached out to a few other backyard promotions and such that I wanted to check out, and a lot of them were real dicks. You know what I mean? You want to get down to it.
I hear you. Well, I can definitely assure you that I am not one of those.
No, you don't seem like it. Yeah,
I take my fans' comments very seriously. Well, not very seriously, but I feel I like to get a chance to feel what they feel and see what they see, and through their eyes, get their compliments, and I take it to heart, really, man. If it wasn't for my fans, I would not be doing what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's really cool too. Because without the fans, like you said, then you don't really get the chance to be anything. I know, without the people that listen to my show, it wouldn't be really very much. I have some pretty good loyal listeners, thankfully. But yeah, so we had to start over again because of some technical issues. Can you hear me? No, you can't hear me. Yeah, hold on. I can hear you a little bit.
Static.
Okay, wait. I can hear you now.
Barely. I can't hear you.
Oh.
There you go.
Is it my mic? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Yeah, maybe it's just your mic or something.
Shit.
Hello! What galaxy are you from? Hello, Toast. I am honored to be on your ship.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, good, yeah. Hopefully we won't have any more technical issues. No, first off, I wanted to ask, so what do you got planned coming soon for all the ESW listeners out there? Because I know I'm probably going to have a few ESW listeners right now.
Ooh, goody. Well, first things up, what's up to all the ESW listeners out there? And I can tell you right now, we have a killer show planned out for this upcoming March. I can't really tell you too much details because, as my manager would say, it's not really good to reveal everything about the show before you actually see it. It gives away the magic.
Of course.
But we've got some killer lineup matches for you. That's all I can pretty much say right now, bro. I don't like giving things away. I like to surprise my fans. You just gotta wait and see. You're gonna have to wait and see.
Well, that's
into magic that I put out and what everybody else puts out, which is always 110%. Actually, it's almost like infinity, really.
Well, the Wicked J, for all of you, because I know we had to start over again, so this may not have been there, but Wicked J, is a wrestler with ESW. If you haven't had the chance to just watch his stuff, I really would go back and check him out, because he's a great performer. There's a great presence when you come out to the ring. You're great with the crowd. That's one of the most key parts of being in that business.
That it is. When I first came into ESW, and you should check out some of my stuff, I try not to look back, but a lot of my fans like to say, oh, I love you in that match with Conductor, oh, I love you with this match, I love everything, and I love them all. Everybody, the question I always get is, well, what's your favorite match? And I really cannot pick, but the key to any wrestler, if you're going to be a wrestler, or an entertainer in that matter, I found that once you win the crowd, it doesn't matter if you win, it doesn't matter if you lose, you always win.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's got to be like the biggest secret that I have. There is no secret with me. I pretty much go out there and, like you said, I bring the energy, I bring the entertainment. I do what I gotta do. I live to entertain. Yeah.
Hey, getting deep. There we go. That's great. So, I watched you had a storyline going with Austin G, correct? Because I had to catch up a little bit.
Oh yeah.
I had to catch up. I hadn't watched in probably a good month or so. You had a storyline going with Austin G. How is it being in the ring with some of the other guys? Because I mean, honestly, and I don't mean to pick favorites, but you and Conductor were always my all-time favorites. How is it being in the ring with Conductor?
Being in the ring with Conductor, well, I'm sad to say that Conductor has retired. He is no longer with us.
Did he really?
He did it. Yeah, I am serious. He did it. He did away with his career for personal reasons, and I respect him for that. But I can tell you, every time that I was in the ring with Conductor, our characters were just not bitter rivals. We're always trying to prove something to each other. But on a real note, me and Conductor are like the greatest of friends. We really are. But when we come out there and we bring it, it's kind of hard to tell that we are.
Oh yeah,
we aren't friends, But as one our storylines, every time our storylines ensued, there was no stopping our characters from just exploding at each other. We were always at each other's throat, always trying to prove something to one another. Oh, it was great. It was great being a match with Conductor.
Oh, I mean, I must be way behind then. I didn't know he retired. Shit.
Yes, he retired, but he is still living in our memories. He will forever be a legend in my heart.
Yeah. So, how did you come upon the whole Wicked J character? Is it just, you were a fan of ICP and it came naturally, or was it something that you had to kind of dig for? Or?
I didn't really have to dig too hard into it, man. My Wicked J character, well, one day I was walking down the street with my friends. I wasn't even a juggalo back then. And apparently, like, I kind of just fell into it, And then I began to love it. And then all of a sudden, my friends started saying, man, my nickname is this, my nickname is that. And one day I just said, you know what, I want a nickname. I can't be Joker because I was obsessed with Joker.
Yeah.
But that's a name that's used too often, It's too like, oh, my homies, we speak Vato language and my name is Joker. I'm Baby Joker. I'm Joker Jr. I'm JJ. Whatever. No. I said, you know what? I'm Wicked. I'm a clown. Wicked Joker. Nah, it's too long. So, Wicked J. And that's what the J stands for, Wicked Joker, which is shorten it up. I'm Wicked J, bro. Whoop, whoop. Motherfucker. And I just became I was a juggalo through and through. There was no one that was more hardcore at it than being me, than me. Everybody tried to one up me and try to test me. You know how there's some juggalos come up and they're like, "You're not a real juggalo. Name all this stuff." I'm like, you know what? I don't have to name anything. I don't have to try because people respect me. They follow me. And one day, like, I encountered Alex G, and then I said, you know what? I don't think we've always been acquaintances. And I saw what he was editing, and I can do this. And boom, and as long as I asked him, can I still keep my nickname? He's like, yeah, sure. What's your nickname? Wicked J. I'm a juggalo. That's it. That's my character.
There you go.
Well, I can tell you right now, when I first started off in ESW, I was not even a clown. I was not even Wicked J. I looked like Osama bin Laden's cousin that dressed up like a ninja. You should have seen the getup that I had on. It was ridiculous. I was up against Austin G, and this is a dark match. That means it never aired. There's no film about it. We filmed it, but we never aired it. And then we lost the film. We destroyed it. I jumped up on his trailer, and it was more like a camper, really. And then I just, I don't know what I jumped in. Boom! I look like a ninja or something. He's like, who's this? Osama bin Laden's gay cousin or something? I don't know who this is. I started dodging everything that he threw at me, and he's like, screw this. I can't do it. I just can't do it. I can't fight this guy. I don't even know who he is. I'm done. That was it. It's like his character didn't want nothing to do with me because I didn't exist. I was a nobody. But then finally, I became the persona of Wicked J, me. Because you have to start somewhere. I started off at the lowest of the low.
Yeah.
And I paid my dues. I lost every match that I possibly could lose. And then somehow I started winning. I started building up a storyline. Everything just started falling into place, One thing after another, like freaking Legos, man. Or is it? No, wrong. Cut that, scratch it, throw it away. Tetris.
There you go. Kicking it old school.
Yeah.
So, so you're pretty much, like one of the biggest guys in the promotion. Because I know every time I've ever watched, something, Wicked J comes out, the crowd fucking loses their mind. Does that bring any pressures when you're out there?
Fall from heaven,
yeah.
lollipops and snickerdoodles, and not to mention Fago. Everybody sing. Send your mama straight up to the snow. Send that. Bring home a Fago. And if she doesn't fit, that. I'm gonna blurb that out for all the kiddies watching because I'm starting to take that my role a little bit serious now. I don't even wear my F-bomb shirt anymore.
No way. I remember that.
I'm strictly becoming more specific. Yeah, exactly.
I remember that.
Becoming more respectful. I'm trying to brand myself. I'm trying to not branch out, but like as in logo, clothing line, everything. I've got a lot of ideas in the works.
Nothing wrong with that, man. Nothing wrong with that.
And put ESW on the map too. Not to mention this is actually being broadcasted live via Trigger Productions, Trigger Studios right here in San Antonio. And I got to give it up to Trigger over there. Trigger, he's filming me right now too. Just say what up, bro.
What up?
What up? There
yeah, okay, I'm sorry. What up? What up, Trigger?
I can't do things, stuff like this without him, nor I can't do stuff like this without Alex G either, because I got to give him props because he always edits the videos to like a masterpiece. He's
I watched that. By the way, once again, Trigger, thank you for helping him and helping me at the same time. So once again, thank you very much. But I watched a couple part series y'all put together about the history of ESW up to I think it was like 2013. That was phenomenal. It was great. I couldn't stop watching. I think I watched it actually twice the same day. The editing was great, the filming was great. Matches that I had already watched.
I saw it unedited, so it was very raw.
Yeah,
like we all just had to like literally answer those questions emotionally and truthfully. Actually, he wanted the truth. He wanted our feelings, and that was close to when we were still like barely getting out of high school. Yeah, it was really emotional. It was really deep, and a lot of us were thinking about leaving, thinking about life, thinking about the real world. We didn't know if we were going to do this forever because this was a hobby. Mm-hmm. We didn't know how far we were going to take it. It was just amazing. It really was. It's been a big part of my life, and it's still a big part of my life. I can't get away from it. I can't get enough of it.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Once you create something,
it's just crazy. It's really emotional.
Once you create something, and it not only something that you love, but you're actually able to share it with people, and they love it. Can you hear me now? You have any problems hearing me?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
You're good now.
Yeah, but once you create something and everybody loves it, and you love it, it's something, you love to do. I know that the show and let me see if I move it around there. You hear me better now?
There you go.
Okay. Yeah, I guess it's like a dead spot. It must be something. Let me try it over here. Sorry for the technical issues.
There you go.
Okay. Sorry for the technical issues. I apologize about that.
It's just a long distance.
Yeah. San Antonio to Florida. Yeah. Oh, yeah, speaking of which.
I have family up there, too.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah, I have an uncle. He's just as crazy as I am. He's not a juggalo, but he is crazy.
Okay, so do y'all have any plans of ever branching out to, tour at all to different parts of the country or anything?
I'm not too sure about that. I pray to God that something like that actually happens and we actually get the ball rolling. But until then, we're still local. And I think that's what Alex G wants to keep it right now.
Nothing wrong with that.
Just until we get a bigger pop.
Bigger pop. Well, the crowds have definitely changed because, I remember, like I said earlier, I started, watching it. You guys were still really small, no ring, literal backyard, trampoline, stuff like that. Now, like I said, I was trying to. That was the wild. Yeah.
150 plus, and we were not expecting that.
No,
we were not at all.
So, one of the questions I wanted to ask you, all right, when I told you I watched that whole series you did on the history of ESW, I wanted to ask you about the Osiris match, the table match. I thought that'd be an interesting something to talk about because I've always.
How could I forget that show?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I was wondering about that. So how did it? Because I originally believed the plan was for you to go over, correct? It was for you. No, it's for him to go over, correct?
That is exactly correct.
Yeah, and then, he pulls you to the side, at least it says in the video, and then, you ended up going over. I mean, how was it? Did it, was it a interesting situation for you, or?
It was very, very interesting, but I've said it before and I've said it again. It was very hard for me because he did right before the show pull me aside and he told me, listen, I'm not going to win. And I'm like, what are you talking about? You got to win. You're gonna be the champion. This is your moment. He's like, no, bro, I'm not gonna win. I'm quitting. I need to ask you the biggest favor, and that's pretty much what he said to me first. I need to ask you the biggest favor, and I need you to like to do it for me. If you're my friend, you'll do it for me. And he said, I want you to win. I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna quit. I can't do this anymore. He wouldn't explain to me why. He wouldn't tell me why. We hadn't really spoken in a while. He hadn't spoken to a lot of us, and I guess he was really having some issues, family, emotional. I think he thought we didn't care too much about him. I don't know. I don't tend to get into everybody's business when it comes to personal life. I leave my emotions at the door. I get I do what I have to do, and we make a great show. But he told me this, and it was like, in my words, he was asking me for a way out. And being the good friend that I am, and I was a good friend to Osiris, and I still am.
Is he still? Sorry to interrupt. Is he still with y'all?
He's a great evil person. And I say that like as a character and as an individual. He is a great bad guy, and we always need a great bad guy.
You gotta have
just like I am the great neutral. I can go either way, but no matter what I do, people are gonna love me. And I'm not trying to be conceited. I'm just saying that's the way it's always been. And he asked me, he begged me for a way out, and I gave it to him. And everybody was not expecting that, and that's the way it turned out. That's the truth, and the whole nothing but the truth, and I'm gonna talk with him.
Well, for everybody listening, that match is on. I don't remember which show it was, but it is on the ESW YouTube page, and I would suggest you go and check it out because regardless, it was a great match.
Check it out.
Yeah, check it out. So Wicked J, are there any plans in the future for potentially, moving up to the bigger leagues, to the WWE, TNA, anything like that? In all seriousness, have you ever planned on being a wrestler for a living?
For a living, for any indie company or any low grade professional promotion, no. I have been loyal to ESW for a long time, and I don't think it's going to change. I'm very strong about respect and loyalty to especially the people that I've helped create this business up to where it is today. I really would wish that someone maybe in the near future would come along, hand us a contract saying, hey, I want to pay y'all to do your show for this amount of time. Can y'all do that? I would love for that to happen. But until that day, it's still just a hobby. Maybe that dream will come. Who knows? But until then, I'm still here. I'm still Wicked J. I'm still entertaining my fans. This is what I do.
Yeah, honestly.
I don't know if that really answered your question.
Oh, I did.
Or if I went around in circles.
No, you did.
Yeah.
I mean,
I would love to, but just, the loyalty will always be there to ESW because they gave me my shot.
Oh,
and, here I am. This is what I am today.
But, honestly, that's really great. You guys, Beaner Andrew, Austin G, all of y'all are great, talented performers, and y'all all deserve, Yeah,
also, I'm not just also a wrestler. I've kind of branched out into, the breakdancing community. I'm also a B-boy, Wicked J, B-boy Wicked, a member of Illis Rockers crew. We're based down in San Antonio right now. This is how I stay in shape. And this is how, I'm always light and on my feet and on my toes out there in the ring. It actually also helps me, too.
Oh, there you go. So it's
that's another thing that I'm also getting into. I'm starting to make a career out of that. And that's really fun. It's almost like it's not work, really. but neither is ESW too, because it's a great hobby to entertain my fans. Really, I love it.
That's really good, man. Yeah.
I just wanted to throw that out.
Oh, for sure.
Thank you, Trigger.
Thanks again, Trigger. Yes, what up? No, that's really cool. It keeps you nimble. It keeps you light on your feet. And it's something you love to do. It's almost like like you said, not work.
Keeps my ninja acrobatics going.
So, just real quick,
this is I'm going to try out to be on the Spurs. Maybe the Team Energy. I don't know. Who knows? Almost made it last year. I made the top. I made the final cut, but they did not pick me. It's politics, bro. What can I say?
Yeah, I know it is.
It's all about knowing people. If they know you, if your name's out there, they know you. If you can bring energy or not. But went out there getting out.
The Wicked J hoodies, and the clothing line you were talking about. Is there anything you wanted to pimp out on that?
I was throwing that out there just to get some feedback from the fans, maybe you. What would you think if you came to a show and you saw a little booth with some of my Wicked J gear? Would you, if you liked it, would you buy it? That's the big question that I want to throw out there to my fans. You too. Like, it looks great, and I could owe it all to Trigger. He's good. He's a good designer. It comes from my head. He puts it out there. Boom. Bam. Gotta give mad props to him. He showed that to me one day. He's like, "What do you think about this?" And I'm like, "I love it." I can't say enough, bro. I don't know. Straight up, bro.
Oh, that's
the question I want answered. I was just throwing it out there with some feedback, some kicks. Like give me some comments. Seriously.
So, as far as the extreme part of the wrestling, with ESW, now have you had any drawbacks? Has there been any drawbacks with your body? Because I mean, it does get extreme. It does get hardcore. Have you had any of those issues at all?
To be honest with you, I'm gonna let this in on us. I'm just gonna break it right now. Seriously, I'm breaking the walls down right now. Seriously, WrestleFest 4. I did a flip outside the ring.
Mm-hmm.
I messed up my back, but did I stop? No. And I'm gonna tell you right now to everyone listening, everyone watching out there, don't ever try this at home. Don't ever try that. Whatever I just did, because during the whole match, I was in so much pain. But I needed to keep going because I kept on hearing Wicked J. I was doing it for the fans. I was literally making it worse than it already was. Yeah, it takes a really rough toll on the body, especially some of the hardcore Wicked stuff that I do. I mean, I'm not going to lie. The first time I ever did the Flaming Fist, or the double Flaming Fist, I took one for the team, and I had third-degree burns on my hand. I slept with a bucket full of ice and medicine, basically mixed in it all together. Had dreams about being on fire. It does take a hardcore toll on your body, but the thing that we do is a good thing that we practice safe. I'm not gonna lie, we go out there, we give it all our all. Can you tell that it's choreographed? No, because we're that damn good.
That's very true. That's what really drew me to keep watching.
It's entertainment. This is a show.
Because the characters like Wicked J, like Conductor, the choreography like yours, everybody else's, is what drew me to keep watching. Was because, like I told you whenever we talked on Facebook, I had watched a few more beforehand trying to look at it myself, and it was very drawn out, guy would hit, so he would like stand there, just to get hit, like it was sort of, oh, it's cool, he's taking it, but you guys you miss, you get hit, you keep going, you can tell you got hit, there is blood, there is, looks like you're hurt, I mean, you pull it all off together to make one great show. I mean, and it was extremely surprising. It was a breath of fresh air. It was some great wrestling for a while because I had stopped watching, Raw and, WWE. It was actually the substitute for me for a long time. Probably a good 6 months was maybe not watching new stuff. I was kind of catching up on a lot of old stuff.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm glad it brought you some comfort in your life, some joy, seriously.
Yeah, I mean, what...
That's what we do. That's what we do. We want people to think what they think, oh, is that real or is that fake? Who cares? Watch it. See what happens next. Maybe you'll like it. Maybe you won't. Maybe it'll make you go insane. I don't know. You never know.
And see, that's actually,
Maybe people just start losing their minds.
I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell that it was fake at first.
I don't know. See, exactly.
I mean, we all know wrestling's fake and everything, or scripted at least. I don't like the word fake, but and when I was watching,
like I'm gonna quote this. from a movie, and I think you know which one I'm talking about. Wrestling is not bad!
Yes.
It's not. It really isn't. I mean, if you get it really down, you can hurt somebody.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember I broke Aztec's collarbone just practicing
God.
a move.
That is terrible.
And we had a match that day. We still had to do it. And he still performed with a messed up collarbone.
Wow.
And I'm just like,
that's a round of applause
oh
right there.
my God, I gotta take it easy on him. But he told me not to, because it would take away from the realism of our match. You know, it's just the things that we sacrifice for the show is just really, really hardcore, and it's extreme. I think that's why Alex named it Extreme Showdown Wrestling. He didn't just want another wrestling show. He didn't just want just another WWE. He wanted something that would entertain the crowd and surpass that.
Very unique.
You know, very unique, you know, with a bunch of guys who you think hate each other, but in reality, we're all just the best of friends. We care about each other. We don't want each other to die. You know, we want just a great show. I mean, I step out there with the mentality of a gladiator. As long as I win the crowd, I win everything.
Yeah.
You know? But it's not always about me. It's about us working together to create a great show. Because I can't take the credit for all of ESW. I just can't. It's not me. I can't do it. You know, there's a lot of other great wrestlers in ESW, and they're just working so hard just to gain a level of status. You know. And sometimes they let their emotions get the best of them, but hey, man, it's how we learn. You know, it's just we gotta keep going. You know, we gotta just play with the cards that we are dealt with.
Yeah.
Storyline wise, you know, and just what we need to make a great show. Seriously, it's all about making a great show.
So, what is the next for everybody listening? You know, that's either new or just whoever's listening.
Whoever's listening out there.
What is the next big show you guys have planned? What is the name of it? Because I didn't know what the next one was.
To be honest with you, I don't know. That's the truth, man. I don't know. We got like 2 more meetings before we discuss whatever we're gonna really get hardcore and practice on, because we got a couple new wrestlers into this thing, and they are looking like they really want to prove themselves. So we got to, I don't know, I sit.
This guy right here.
Some stuff. I think we're gonna just come up with a great show. You're gonna just see ESW. Not 2015. That's gone. We did that. It's time for 2016. What are you going to see? You know, what do you want to see? Well, we're going to surprise you, like always, with Infinity and Beyond. Buzz Lightyear.
Oh, man, I haven't heard a Buzz Lightyear
my
reference.
lasers from stun to kill, bro.
Oh, wow. I'm gonna have to use that. I'm gonna have to use that in some conversation in the future. Very, very soon.
I try to be as animated as possible.
Oh, yeah.
Because if it's not animated, we're like, oh my god, what is this? If we're not animated, we're this guy, you know? But everybody wants this guy!
And both guys are really, really,
both guys as one, putting on a crazy show. It's just madness.
So how did you, 'cause I was going to ask you about the Flaming Fist, because you were just talking about it. I did mean to ask you about it. How did you come up with that? Because that is, it's like, Terry, it is. It's like Terry Funk with his branding iron. It is crazy. You know what I mean? It's insane.
Well, I got it from, one of our very best and sickest wrestlers of them all. The sickest man in ESW, M.O.D. He gave me the idea. He wanted to use it for so much, but he couldn't figure out how to pull it off. And I was just like, Flaming Fist. And he's like, yeah, I remember we hanged out one time and he put axe in his hand. He lit it on fire. I'm like, well, I can't do that. I can't just do that. You're going to wait like for half an hour to 20 seconds for me to do that so I can hit you? No. But he said, let's try athletic tape and gasoline. I'm like, whoa. Gasoline? Gasoline? I'm like, no. That's a little bit too far. underneath that? It's like, well, what else can we use? Well, there's always lighter fluid. I'm like, that'll work.
That'll work.
So I gave it a try. I took it to the back. We took it to the backyard one day, and we taped up my hand, and we lit it on fire. And I tested myself how long I can actually hold my fist there until it actually started like, it's hot, it's burning, you know. And not to mention, it all depends on how much you wrap your hand. I mean, not too tightly, not too loose, but enough wrap so it just athletic tape. And don't any of you kiddies try this at home.
Yeah, don't try it at home.
I swear to God, I'll get you and I'll make it look like a bloody accident. Anyways, so one day we just wrapped my hand up in athletic tape and we held it there for as long as I can go. I almost felt like I can almost hold it there for a minute, but that's really not necessary. The minute was just to test how long we can go. But usually we don't need it for a minute. It's just a quick knockout punch. Hold it up there for a little bit for effect, and then that's it. It never just fans it, just puts it out. I don't know why. It just puts it out. Maybe I got angels, man. I don't know.
I mean, I was about to say that looks so fucking cool.
Fist, and no one will ever take that away from me. And Conductor has tried to do it many times in my honor. He's did the flaming foot, flaming kick, and I was just like, wow. I hope his foot doesn't catch fire, which thank God it didn't. He's done the double flaming fist. He almost did the same problem as I did because he didn't wrap his hands too very well.
Mm-hmm.
Plus he has gloves. But the sacrifices that we take just to make
sacrifices.
It look, real, the realism of it.
Yeah, I saw you had the way.
I gotta give it up to MOD, and if MOD ends up listening to this, proud of him. I hope we can see him again one day soon. Hope maybe one day he can come back and just, for one show, the sickest man in ESW returns. M.O.D., the master of disaster himself. Like, oh God, I miss that guy. I really do. It's because of him I kept on going it up a notch. He was the first one to take tacks, take barbed wire, take glass. Probably not light fire because I brought the fire. But, oh my God, a syringe needle this big through his cheek.
I don't remember that.
Squirt water out of it. Oh my God, just this guy, lemon juice and salt over his wounds. Just, the sickest man, MOD, just, he really broke the walls down. I mean, like, he was like Chris Jericho and AJ Styles put into one. Well, maybe I can't put both of those two together. He was more of an AJ Styles fan. But, damn, that guy was sick. He was just crazy. He always did this. I loved it. Just like that. I'm like, what does that even mean? Like the gun, boom. Just, oh my God, just crazy. This guy was nuts. The only one of us could do a backflip. Like, Jesus. C-freaking-4. God, taking that off the top deck. I thought it was so high. But, oh, God. I miss that guy. God, mad props to MOD. Just, God.
Well, mad props to MOD then. I seen the way you put it out during the match, the WrestleFest 4. That was phenomenal. Just like, whew, I'm like, oh my God, that was cool. That was fucking sweet.
I have control over it. It looks like I have control.
It does. It looks like you just, alright, I'm done now. I mean.
Go back inside me.
Flame on!
Be gone. Evil one.
But that was, like I said earlier, it was one of my biggest things watching you guys was, I couldn't tell for a while that it was scripted, it was choreographed. I mean, for a little bit, I was like, are these guys actually doing these? I mean, after a while, I figured it out. I mean, of course. They're not dead, so yeah, they're working it, but I mean.
Here, still going. And, I gotta give a lot of mad props to Austin G for that whole match, man. I mean, it was all his vision, I really had no time to do much in that match, but we only had like 2 or 3 days to come up with that match, and he literally had it all written down, and the guy knew what he wanted to give the people, and all he needed was me. A few little inputs here and there, and that's it. The whole match was basically coming from Austin G's mind. He wanted to tell a story. I mean, And that we did, there it is, WrestleFest 4, and I got to tell you right now, that is the only match that you will find about WrestleFest 4 on the ESW page, on YouTube. We had technical difficulties with the other cameras. Thanks to my friend Trigger over here, who was in the crowd at that time. I literally have to beg him for the footage. That is the only match that we were covering.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. What had happened? Because I didn't see anything else.
Alex told me, well, like, if the fans, what about, we all said, what do you think the fans are going to say? And he said, like,
blame
it on the cameraman. I mean, there were just technical difficulties with the camera. One camera went out. Well, at one point in time, there was two cameramen in the same angle. They were not moving around. They were not getting the crowd. They were not getting. They were just. I don't. But it was a great match between me and Austin. I remember the first match. One of the first matches that I ever had. Well, and this kid has come so far, man. Austin G, much power to this kid. Being a 12-year-old growing up with all these kids, these guys older than him, always trying to prove himself, and he really didn't have to. He really didn't have to, because we were nothing compared to Austin G. This guy went from the most loved character, and I don't care if he was on par with me, because everybody loved Austin G. Can't break me down, bury me. Oh, there's Austin, yay! Straight up, The first match that me and him, I was probably not the first match, but I'm probably like a little bit lost in here somewhere. We had a match in the rain, and there was one move that I'll never forget, and it was a front flip from the the trampoline, onto my shoulders, Hurricanrana. Nobody thought we were going to do it, but we did it. Front flip, Hurricanrana, in the rain, in the mud, boom! 1, 2, 3, kick out. No, it's not over. It's not over. But like, I've wrestled with Austin before, and I knew that it was going to be the same thing. Just as we were when he was younger. It was just all about. He was having so much fun, And I'm glad that I could make his vision come to life, just as I did for his older brother, making ESW a reality, pushing it to its limit, And it's not all me either. Again, can't take the credit for everything. Seriously.
Well, we're fixing to have to cut it because I am past time. But I have two questions I wanted to ask you before we get out of here. Number one, who is your in any promotions, or just if it's in backyard, who is your favorite wrestler of all time?
In WWE, or
just
the business?
Just the business.
In the business. Oh man, dude.
It can be a list.
I'm just gonna say the first couple that I started like idolizing: Rey Mysterio and Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy was one of the original backyards, man, in my book, and I love Rey Mysterio's high flyingness. I loved it, And just quite recently, I started idolizing Sting. His Scorpion Death Drop. I had to freaking do it.
Yes.
I had to do it. And everybody knows that I'm like the John Cena of this whole biz, everybody will say that. They'll compare me to John Cena because I am. That's what I am, He's our John Cena. I'm like, oh, okay. Don't compare me to Jeff Hardy or Sting or anybody else because they don't wear paint and all the other stuff. They're all great. They're all great, But those two were the first that I started off with. And I also do a move that Finn Balor does, too. That guy is sick. His entrance, if you haven't seen it, you got to. It's just crazy. He just put so much effort into that entrance, and give it up for the Eye of Balor. Anyways, straight up, it's great. I love his paint too. God, that's why I switched to latex.
Oh yeah, I noticed that in the promo package.
Did you just touch his face? Yes,
yeah.
I did.
No, I noticed that in the promo package for WrestleFest 4. You're ripping it all off, and I'm just like, oh, that's fucking sweet,
It's sick, isn't it? We had to go with something different because at the point of me being fragile that Austin is getting to me, I literally, I know it's all just a big show, but I kind of put myself into impression because I'm never broken. And I had to put myself into like, I can't do this. I'm losing my mind. All I can think about is Austin J. But everybody loved it. It was so emotional.
It was great. Fucking, I think it should be like an Oscar nominated right there. That scene before DiCaprio, before anybody else. Wicked J, right here.
Oh my God, give that guy an Oscar. What's up with that? Anyways, whatever. That's off topic.
Yeah. But the other question, fuck, I can't. I had a brain fart. I can't remember the last. I had one question I wanted to ask you. I don't know. It wasn't nothing big. It was like I think I was gonna. I remember now. What was your favorite promotion? What was your favorite promotion? Was it WWE, WCW, ECW?
WWE,
Yeah.
WWE. It was just, it was. I was always watching that with the boys. I was always. They got me back into it. And they got every time. We just recently watched the Rumble, and oh man, I was on my feet the whole dang time.
It was okay. It was okay.
It was all right. It was okay. I was jumping up and down in my seat. I saw AJ Styles. I saw Chris Jericho. Oh god.
I was just happy that Roman Reigns lost.
Still good.
I was just happy that Roman Reigns lost.
Oh, I was kind of like, saw that coming. Nah, I didn't see that coming at all. God.
Yeah, I like the Dean Ambrose and Kevin Owens thing. That was really tight.
That was really good.
Yeah.
I believe that.
But the Rumble was, AJ was really cool. I was excited to see AJ. I was on my feet too. But after that, it was kind of.
You should remember the whole entire ESW roster. I tried to get it on my Instagram, and everybody just went wild. I missed it though, and it was just so loud. We couldn't even hear it. When AJ Styles came out, everyone was like, "It can't be AJ Styles! It can't be!" And I was like, "What the hell's MOD? What do you need? I'm pretty sure he's watching it."
So you can see that, yeah, that thing right there.
That's all he would do. I know that's all he would do. Seriously, God.
But we're fixing to go. Is there anything else you wanted to say before I cut it off here?
A big shout out to your radio station, bro. What was it?
Exit 92 Radio.
X92. Big shout out to X92 Radio. Thank you for having me on here. Everybody keep watching ESW. Just stay true to wrestling. Catch up on my Wicked J show. I'm going to be posting more stuff on YouTube soon. Big shout out to Trigger TV, Trigger Productions, Trigger Wear.
Thank you, Trigger.
And, big shout out to Trigger over there. He's playing Fallout 4. If you don't got that, you should get it. It's insane. You can build crazy stuff. You can shoot people. You know how those open world games are.
Yeah.
And here's to all my juggalos out there. Whoop whoop, motherfuckers and motherfuckers. I love you all. Stay true to the clown. MCL.
Wanted to try that whole whoop whoop thing.
Solomon for having me on the show.
Appreciate it.
Let's do it again some other time. Just hit me up and we'll have a special guest. I'm glad I can do this. I love you guys. I love all my fans.
Well, it's appreciated. Thank you. And I wanted to try it one time. Just one of those, the whoop whoop. Yeah, I just wanted to get that out there,
Whoop whoop, magic ninjas, what? Magic ninjas, what? Say it, Jason. Magic ninjas, what? Whoop whoop.
Thank you, Wicked J, for coming on with me tonight. And thank you all for listening. We're going to take a break, and then we'll be back to the live show here on Exit 92 Radio.